Ya camino al hospital, vean por radio de que me llevaban detenida por intento de homicidio, por aborto.
Jacqueline says she miscarried, but the state says it was an abortion. In El Salvador, that's illegal.
Si es necesario detener a la persona que realizó el hecho.
When you shoot with a gun to other people, you go to the hell. It's the same with that.
Since 1998, over 140 women have been incarcerated. Many say they were wrongfully convicted.
Voy a hacer 30 años en un lugar.
All these women are being here in jail because of miscarriages, and the state changes the felony to first-degree murder.
La sociedad nos ve como asesinas, pero la realidad no la conoce.
Women seeking abortions are forced to the black market, where an estimated 5,000 procedures are performed every year.
It's not an exaggeration to say that these laws kill women.
No, I think it's true.
El Salvador provides a glimpse of what some warned an abortion ban in the United States could look like.
What made you choose to come here?
We don't do something to protect Roe v. Wade in our country. Things that are going on in El Salvador could actually happen in the United States.
¿Y tú eres la mamá de Manuela?
Sí, yo soy la mamá.
La mamá de Manuela.
Sí, yo soy la mamá.
Gracias.
Sí. Aquí está la foto.
And this is your daughter?
Esa es mi hija. Esa es él. Esa es Manuela. Ahí la he puesto para estarla viendo.
Carmen's daughter Manuela was nearly 7 months pregnant when she says she miscarried here at her family home. But the police didn't believe her.
Pero esto era lleno de autoridad, todo esto. Así que hubo ese gran acuso de ella con autoridad. 30 años le hablaron. Imagine que enferma ella y el mismo momento ponerle esposa y estar presa allí en la camilla.
Manuela was convicted of homicide. She was sentenced to 30 years in prison.
Allá y los pangos la fui a ver. Una vez, mire, una vez. No, mamá, para mí no hay cosas imposibles para mí. Me dijo, yo no voy a salir de aquí. Me dijo, mejor cuídeme los niños, me dijo, y así estoy contenta yo, me dijo ella así mirándome a mí. Vino y se levantó así como tú estás ahí sentadita, se levantó y me abrazó. A ver si lo volvemos a ver, mamá. Que allá en abril, mire, el propio 30 de abril me avisaron que era muerta. Si no la voy a ver en marzo, no la veo viva a mi hija.
At 33 years old, Manuela died of lymphoma, leaving 2 children behind. Thomas, her eldest, led us to where she's buried.
Es acá. Casi no se siente lo mismo saber que no tiene la madre uno a su lado. Sí, digamos, venir aquí es como que yo la esté viendo en persona a ella.
Manuela's family believes her lymphoma caused the miscarriage. But even with a terminal illness, Manuela was no exception to El Salvador's harsh abortion laws.
A veces el aborto no se da, ya digamos, si mi mamá estaba enferma, tenían que tomar algo otras leyes o averiguar que por qué fue eso.
Manuela is one of over 140 women who have been incarcerated since El Salvador completely banned abortion in 1998.
We're walking right now into the prison where there are 14 women who have been accused of having an abortion. Right here are kind of where the bunks are. It seems like it's overcrowded. You can see the barbed wire, all of the guards, a watchtower. I mean, there's a lot of security here, even though it's just a minor detention facility.
More than 800 women are incarcerated at Izalco prison. The 14 here for abortion carry some of the longest sentences.
We came with a social worker, and he seems to know everyone here.
Arturo Castellanos is one of the few allies these women have.
Right now we're with 13 of the women that have been criminalized for abortion in this country, and they are pending more than 30 years. Some of them have 10, 5, 7 years inside.
The state would say that all of these women are here because of an induced abortion on purpose.
All these women are being here in jail because of miscarriages, and the state changes the felony to first-degree murder.
None of them would say that what happened was a homicide.
None. All of single one of them has suffered a miscarriage.
Those who miscarry are put in a nearly impossible position of proving they didn't intentionally terminate their pregnancy. We were struck by the stories of two women, Kenya and Jacqueline. Both were charged with aggravated homicide.
Pues cuando yo tenía 17 años de edad, conocí a un muchacho, nos hicimos novios, a los pocos meses de andar yo con él, quedé embarazada de él. Me faltaban 6 semanas para dar a luz. Yo no podía levantarme y me había golpeado mi estómago. Y sentí unos grandes dolores en la columna. Tocaba mi vientre. Sentí en mi vientre que ya no tenía nada. Yo necesitaba ayuda. En ese momento no estaba nadie conmigo. Ya camino al hospital, dieron por radio de que me llevaban detenida por intento de homicidio, por aborto. Pues era mi primer bebé. Yo no sabía qué hacer. Que necesitaba recibir atención médica en ese momento, porque si no, mi vida corría riesgo. Y le dijo él de que para qué me iba a llevar si lo único que yo merecía era morirme, por lo que yo había hecho, según él. Me siento indignada, la verdad, porque las leyes en este país son bien duras.
On a typical day, if we weren't here, they would be chained in a room and you wouldn't be allowed to talk to them.
Yeah.
When family visits, is it the same? Or they had to be in their room, shackled?
For this person, they didn't have any visitation for the entire year because has been suspended by law, presidential decree.
So for the past year, none of these women have been able to see their families?
None of these women have been able to see their families.
What sentence did they give you?
15 años.
How did that feel when you heard that?
Sentí muy feo. Sentí muy feo porque lo primero que me puse a pensar es de cuántos años voy a encontrar a mi primer hijo. Cuántas cosas me voy a perder de él en su crecimiento.
Are you able to see your son?
No. Ya 8 años, 4 meses estar detenida, nunca lo he visto.
How does that feel?
¿Cómo siente?
Feo, porque pues no sé pues ni cómo imaginármelo ya. Ya no va a ser un niño cuando yo lo encuentre. Ya todo un muchacho.
Many Salvadorians we spoke to outside of the prison say the laws are justified.
When you shoot with a gun to other people, you go to the hell. And it's the same with that.
Both El Salvador's president and their attorney general declined our request for interviews. But Jose Tobar, the attorney solicitor of human rights, agreed to speak with us.
En El Salvador, por norma constitucional, no está permitido el aborto. El artículo 1 de la Constitución de nuestro país establece que se reconoce a la persona desde la concepción. Y los funcionarios públicos estamos obligados a hacer solo lo que la ley y la Constitución nos permiten. Entonces no habría posibilidad de hacer o de tomar una decisión en contra.
In 1998, El Salvador amended its constitution to say that life begins at conception.
Are you valuing the life of the fetus more than you're valuing the life of the woman?
Y los mismos derechos que tiene la persona que está por nacer son los mismos derechos que tiene una persona que ya ha nacido. No estoy evadiendo el tema, pero quiero ser enfático en que como funcionarios no podemos emitir una opinión o hacer una actuación que esté al margen de lo que la Constitución nos permite.
Abortion used to be allowed in El Salvador under limited circumstances. To save the woman's life, if the fetus was unviable, or in cases of rape. But after amassing power following the country's civil war, the Roman Catholic Church lobbied to remove those exceptions. In 1998, they were successful. Few religious leaders were willing to speak with us. But we found Father Edward Baños at his church, 2.5 hours outside of San Salvador.
Porque lo que hacen las leyes proabortistas es tomar casos particulares, por ejemplo, de una enfermedad de la madre. Entonces la iglesia siempre estamos muy atentos a eso, porque nadie puede atentar contra la vida una vez ya se haya dado la concepción. Los médicos tienen una parte muy importante y él siempre querrá salvar las dos vidas, el del hijo y el de la madre.
We wanted to see how the abortion ban impacts doctors and their ability to treat patients. So we visited the National Women's Hospital in San Salvador.
Labor and delivery room.
Okay, perfect.
We spoke to Dr. Ronald Lopez, who's practiced obstetrics and gynecology since 2006.
Okay, great. Walk me through what would happen here if a woman came in and had a miscarriage, but it was suspected that she may have had an abortion.
Ok, lo que sucedería es que el médico tendría que avisar a las autoridades, a la Fiscalía General de la República, notificar que existe un caso sospechoso de un aborto ilegal. Después de ese punto, vendría la Policía Nacional Civil y haría una investigación y probablemente dejaría en custodia o arrestaría a la paciente. If I offered an abortion for health complications, and I could go to jail 5-10 years.
According to the Center for Reproductive Rights, more than half of all women who have been jailed for abortion were first accused by their own doctor.
In your professional opinion, have there been times when an abortion could have saved one of your patients' lives?
Yes, of course. I had a pregnant woman about 18 weeks that have a cardiopathy. So the pregnant was not an option. We knew that the woman can die if the pregnant was allowed. So we couldn't make the abortion, so the woman died about 9 weeks later, and the baby too.
So it's not an exaggeration to say that these laws kill women.
No, I think it's true.
Is it fair to say that women are still getting abortions even though it's not legal?
Abortion is performed every day in every country. Ban or non-ban the abortion, it will be the same. I think it will not reduce the rates of abortions, but it will reduce the mortality associated to illegal abortion.
Even though abortion is illegal, the Center for Reproductive Rights estimates about 5,000 procedures are performed every year on El Salvador's black market. With such restrictions in place, we wanted to see how that could be possible. We traveled to rural El Salvador to find one doctor providing illegal abortions. He agreed to speak with us anonymously, even though if he were to be caught, he could face up to 12 years in jail. What you're doing is illegal. Why do you do this work?
No los ayudamos nosotros, que estamos capacitados técnicamente para ello. Van a buscar ayuda en otras personas que no tienen la capacidad ni experiencia. Siempre van a buscar salir de su problema en el mercado negro.
The Citizens Group for the Decriminalization of Abortion, an NGO, reports that about 11% of black market abortions in El Salvador cause the woman to die. Are there more doctors like you providing illegal abortions here in El Salvador?
Claro, hay más. Tengo entre mis colegas, habemos 5 médicos actualmente en una red que tenemos y 2 más que se van a incorporar la próxima semana.
Does this law need to change?
Por el beneficio de las mujeres, debe de cambiar. La violencia social que nosotros tenemos con las pandillas es tremendo. Me he topado con padres de familia que vienen con sus hijas adolescentes, que el líder de la pandilla las ha violado, las ha tomado por la fuerza, las ha embarazado.
We wanted to see how authorities enforce El Salvador's abortion ban, so we joined Peter, an officer for the National Police, on a ride-along through MS-13 territory.
How often has your office found an illegal abortion clinic?
La verdad, la gente lo hace de una manera confidencial. Son clínicas fantasmas prácticamente.
We're standing in one of the most conflicted areas in San Salvador. It's the border of two gangs, kind of the epicenter of the gang violence in San Salvador, which has been such a problem for violence against women in this country. We've heard that rape is a big problem and impacting women. Is that something that you've seen in your experience?
Estas personas reclutan a mujeres, ya sea para victimizarlas ellos o como para que se prostituyan y que obtengan ganancias a favor de las pandillas.
Do you get called to hospitals when women have tried to do an abortion?
Sí, cuando se tiene conocimiento que se ha dado este tipo de delitos como es el aborto, normalmente la policía interviene. Si es necesario detener a la persona que realizó el hecho, se hace y si no, se investiga para determinar si es o no responsable si fue provocado o no el aborto.
Whether an abortion was induced or not is exactly what differentiates a woman from going to jail and walking free. Teodora Vasquez is one of about 40 women who have been released from prison.
Durante 10 años, 7 meses, estuve separada de ellas, pero ya ahora estoy con ellas nuevamente. Gracias por todo.
Teodora was originally sentenced to 30 years after she says she miscarried.
Para mí fue así como, bueno, el mundo se me derrumbó y no solamente era la condena, sino que también era un luto que no podía sacar porque pues había perdido a mi recién nacida y era algo que el Estado no entendía, o sea, mi dolor, o sea, no importó.
Teodora now fights for those who are still in prison.
La sociedad nos ve como asesinas, pero la realidad no la conoce, porque traemos antecedentes penales, nadie nos quiere dar trabajo, nadie nos quiere apoyar.
In November, a delegation of U.S. lawmakers from 5 states that recently passed their own abortion bans visited the women accused of abortion at Izalco prison.
Good afternoon. My name is Marika Coleman. I'm a lawmaker from the state of Alabama.
Coleman, along with representatives from Arizona, Florida, Georgia, and Ohio, came to El Salvador to see what happens when an abortion ban goes into effect.
Es feo sentirse discriminada por la sociedad.
Hay muchas personas que llevan crímenes más pesados y porque ellos no los discriminan como a nosotras sí nos han discriminado.
Voy a hacer 30 años en un lugar encerrada, lejos de mi familia.
I wanted to know were there others that hadn't seen children and families for long lengths of time.
Cada día que amanece, pues, y abro mis ojos, poder despertar en mi casa con mis seres amados, con mi madrecita linda. Cuando mis dolores me aceleraron, yo pedí ayuda al 911, a la policía, pero ellos no llegaron a tiempo y mi bebé se me murió. Y ellos
cada día que nos pasa, nosotros sabemos que están luchando. Esas puertas se van a abrir de este lugar.
Tenemos derecho, porque si nos equivocamos, tenemos derecho a que se nos corrija. Tenemos derecho a una segunda oportunidad solamente por el hecho de ser seres humanos.
Alabama passed the strictest abortion laws in the United States. I want to say to each of you, thank you for your courage.
We're going to go back to our homes and make sure that no one else in the United States is ever in your predicament, and you make the fight real for us that we're going through at home, because these are the unintended consequences that we talk about.
In 2019, an unprecedented number of abortion bans were passed in the United States. In 2020, even more are being considered.
What's happening here? Do you think it could happen back in the United States?
Well, if these types of laws continue to pass in our country, if the Supreme Court continues to be appointed with very conservative judges, if we don't do something to protect Roe v. Wade in our country, things that are going on in El Salvador could actually happen in the United States.
While El Salvador's constitution can only be amended by their Congress, Manuela, who died in prison leaving a family behind, has a case in front of the Inter-American Court of Human Rights. An attorney fighting the case told us that if the international body sides with Manuela and her family, women who miscarry would be less vulnerable to accusations of abortion.
Your daughter's story could have a gigantic impact in El Salvador's laws. Are you hopeful that that could happen?
Tengo esperanza que les ayuden a las pobres hembritas, porque yo no quiero que suceda como sucedió por mi hija, que campee la juventud, la hembrita, porque la hembrita es la que pierde, el hombre no pierde usted, la hembrita sí.
Bueno, lo que se hizo con ella es una injusticia y es algo que no se puede remediar, y que sigan esto como un ejemplo para seguir y que no se vuelva a repetir estas injusticias con otras personas del mundo.